Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kriti Tiwari and today we are doing another version of the sea otter. So now this time, in the last week we did a sea otter which is like has come out of the water, and this one is in the water enjoying and chilling. If you have not checked last week's tutorial, then click the link above and have a look at that tutorial. As usual, all our details are in the description regarding the material supply, the brush colors that I'm using. For this particular sea otter, we are not doing is wetting the entire watercolor paper. Okay, we are only wetting the sea otter and leaving the water part that we have sketched. Okay, if you enjoy these tutorials, make sure to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and let's move on. So once you have finished watering the sea otter, we start with basic colors, the colors of the body. So here I'm using burnt sienna majorly, and then for some reflection of the water, we are also using a blue shade. You can use cobalt blue for this, that should be okay, but make sure that you're using a watery version of same. And for the lighter shades of the otter body, we are using yellow ochre. Okay, so for the lighter shades we are using a yellow ochre, and for the darker burnt sienna. So the first initial step, as we did last time, was to lay out the basic color of the body and then work towards from there. So make sure that you are darkening the areas which are dark, meaning like ear, the mouth, the body, the neck, the hands, right? So we're gonna just pay attention to a lot of those things while we are working. And this particular sea otter is in a very calm meditative space. He's swimming peacefully, so we also want to make sure that we are not overdoing the fur and maintain that calm expression on his face. So whatever first stroke that we do, or anywhere you're darkening the area, make sure that you also soften it. So right now you see me softening that area, so I made it darker, then washed my brush, came with a damp brush, and then softened that area again and again, right? So keep doing this. Once the body is done, I think now it's time to move on to the hands. And the direction matters a lot here. As you would know, in terms of animal, they have furry texture, so the direction of their fur is very important. So for a wet otter, the first stroke in his hand is actually falling in the water, right inside the water. So that's how you want to pay attention to those tiny details and then work your way through that area. Okay. If you are new to watercolors, I also have a full structured beginner course mentioned in the description below. So do have a look, and I'll welcome you inside my community. I think with watercolor, the one thing that is very important is, or in any like painting, right? So observation, like you need to observe which areas are light, which areas are dark, and basics matters a lot more than you think. So if you're someone who is not at all aware about watercolor techniques, who has not done the work, I highly recommend you to check out this particular video which talks about basic watercolor techniques. So make sure that you have gone through those videos before actually dumping onto this intermediate or advanced level tutorials. Now, before we move on to the water, we also want to make sure that the water below the otter is soft, smooth transition, right? And hence we are gonna like, I'm wetting the whole surface below the otter where we want to paint water. Now, water will not be actually entirely blue in color. It will vary the shades because due to the otter, it would have some cast shadow that the otter is giving to the water. There would be some lighter areas where the light is falling, and then some medium tones as well. So we want to remember all of this. On the otter, I think the last thing left to do is the nails of the otter and then some whiskers. So that we're gonna do when the otter is dry after we paint the water. So I'm using a mix of lot of blues here. So indigo, Persian, and then I think cobalt blue. That gives this beautiful blue color. Okay, so if you're not sure about the color, what I highly recommend you is you do a swatch on a little paper, as in how the color is looking, before you come to your final paper. Also attached in the description is my freebie on color mixing, so please make sure that you grab the freebie so you know how to mix the colors. And I have a beginner friendly PDF also which talks all about material supplies and everything, so make sure that you grab both of those freebies for you. As I said earlier, there would be some darker areas, so we are gonna make some areas darker and also put some burnt sienna in the water to make sure that we also have the otter shadow body kind of visible, like slightly translucent, but visible from the water. Okay, so I think this would be it. So I would complete this, add some colors, highlights, do the whiskers, and I think that would be the end of the video. I hope you are enjoying these videos. Once again, if you enjoy this and want step-by-step guidance, I have a full watercolor course linked below. It's for beginners and intermediate artists who want clarity and confidence. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Please continue watching and subscribe, comment, share, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye guys.